Hello students, I am Assistant Professor Karan Kumar Dash, come back again for you. And in last day, I have discussed about tartaric acid. Today, I will discuss with you about citric acid. Citric acid, it is also a very important organic acid which is found from the natural sources, mainly from the lemon juices. From the different lemon juices, we found the citric acid. Its IUPAC name is the 2-hydroxypropane 1,2,3 tricarboxylic acid. 2-hydroxypropane 1,2,3 tricarboxylic acid. It is the IUPAC name of the citric acid. Now, I will discuss with you about the method of preparations of the citric acid. First method of preparation is the same like the lactic acid. What was the method of preparation? First method of preparation of the lactic acid from the molasses by the fermentation of the sucrose containing molasses by microorganism Bacillus aceti lacti. Bacillus aceti lacti in short form, that was the BAL. But here the microorganism is the different from the lactic acid. What is the microorganism here? The microorganism is the Aspergillus niger. So here we will fermentate the molasses containing the sucrose. At first it is diluted by the water and make fermentation by the microorganism Aspergillus niger. Basically the fermentation will continue for 7 to 10 days at 26 to 28 degrees Celsius, and the resulting citric acid solution is neutralized by the soda lime, that is the calcium hydroxide, and ultimately the calcium citrate is formed. The calcium citrate is washed with the water and ultimately treated with the dilute sulfuric acid, and the resulting product is the calcium sulfate. Now we will filter the calcium sulfate and vacuum it under pressure, and ultimately the final desired product, crystals of the citric acid, is formed. It is the first method of preparation of the citric acid from the molasses. Okay, it is the method of preparation. It is the IUPAC name, of the citric acid, and it is the method of the preparation from the molasses. Okay, thank you. Next, from the lemon juice. Already I have told you the main natural source of the citric acid from the lemon juice. But here, from this method, here one drawback is there. By this method, only very meager amount of the citric acid can be recovered. Maximum 7 to 8% citric acid can be recovered from the lemon juice directly. For this method, at first we extract out the juice from the lemon and then we boil it to coagulate the protein, and ultimately we filtered the solution, and after the filtration we treated it again the soda lime and dilute sulfuric acid by the same method, which method of scheme we applied the preparation of the citric acid from the molasses. By this same method, after coagulation of the protein and after the filtration of that solution, we treated the solution by the same method that we will use from the method of preparation of the molasses by the soda lime and dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, and the last method, this method till now not properly developed, but it is under process. Actually, if this method will be developed, it will be a revolution for the preparation of the citric acid in the industry, because this method can produce large volume of the citric acid. Okay, in this method, the method actually starting product will be the normal alkanes derived from the petroleum, and we will use one yeast here. That yeast name is the Candida yeast strain we will use here, and not only all strain of the yeast. See here some microbiological conception is here. Actually one yeast have the lots of strains, but not all strain has capable to convert the normal alkanes of the petroleum to the citric acid, only the few strain. Okay, but this method is not totally properly developed. Next, we will discuss about the physical properties of the citric acid. See, citric acid is basically monohydrate and it is large colorless crystals and containing the very strong sour taste. Its melting point is more or less 150 to 52 degrees Celsius, and it is very much soluble in water and alcohol but sparingly soluble in ether. It's all its physical properties of the citric acid. Now I will discuss about the chemical properties. Under the chemical properties, first reaction is the acetylation of the citric acid. When I will discuss about the structure of the citric acid, then I will totally clear about you. Basically, in the citric acid structure, it contains only one alcoholic OH group, and due to that reason, when it reacts with the acetyl chloride, it produces the one monoacetyl derivative. That is, when it reacts with the acetyl chloride, it produces the monoacetyl citric acid. Okay, see here. It is the reaction of the citric acid with acetyl chloride, and ultimately it is produced the monoacetyl citric acid. Okay. Now, the second reaction is the reduction. When the citric acid is reduced by the hydroiodic acid, it is converted to the tricarbolic acid along with iodine and water. Third reaction is the action of the heat on the citric acid. When citric acid is heated at 150 degrees Celsius, it is converted to the acetonic acid. When citric acid is heated at 150 degrees Celsius temperature, then citric acid is converted to the aconitic acid. See here, it is the citric acid when reduced by the hydroiodic acid converted to the tricarbolic acid, and it is the third reaction when citric acid is heated at 150 degrees Celsius, it is converted to the aconitic acid. Okay. Now the last reaction, it is the action of the fuming sulfuric acid. When citric acid is heated with the fuming sulfuric acid, it is converted to the acetone carboxylic acid along with carbon monoxide and water. Okay. Here, when we heated citric acid with fuming sulfuric acid, it is converted to the acetone carboxylic acid. Okay, it is converted to the acetone carboxylic acid. Now we will discuss about the structure of the citric acid. Listen carefully, it is the very important question. If your exam will be offline, then this question can come. Describe the structure of the citric acid properly. Then you will write this answer. See, actually already I have discussed you from the method of the preparation of the citric acid. Citric acid structure is basically, this is the citric acid structure. Okay, this is the established citric acid structure. Okay, see here, actually from this structure you can understand it. Here 6 carbon atom is present, 8 hydrogen atoms are present and 7 oxygen atoms are present. So the total molecular formula of the citric acid C6H8 and O7. C6H8 and O7. Okay, see here. From there you can understand that total molecular formula of the citric acid is the C6H8O7. Okay, it is undoubtedly true. Next, actually citric acid gives 3 esters and 3 series of salts. Why? Because citric acid contains 3 carboxyl group, 3 COOH group. Okay, from here you can see it. Citric acid contains the COOH group 3 COOH group is contained. Okay, so due to that reason it gives 3 series of the salts and esters. Next one, on heating, citric acid never liberate carbon dioxide. Why? Because the single carbon atom never contains the two carboxyl groups. So no two carboxyl groups attach on one single carbon atom. Due to that reason, it never liberates carbon dioxide on heating. From this reaction, you can see it. In this structure, you must notice that there is no carboxyl group with the no single carbon atom contains the two carboxyl group. Okay, due to that reason, citric acid never liberates the carbon dioxide. Now, this reaction already I have discussed you when I am discussing about acetylation with the acetyl chloride. It contains only the single alcoholic OH group. Due to that reason, when acetylation with the acetyl chloride, it produces one monoacetyl derivative. See here, when citric acid reacts with the acetyl chloride, it is converted to the monoacetyl citric acid. Okay. So due to that reason, it contains only one alcoholic OH group. And from these considerations, we know already what is the theories in our hand. Number 1, the general formula: 6 carbon atoms, 8 hydrogen atoms and 7 oxygen atoms. Number 1. Number 2, it must be contains 3 carboxyl group, that is the COOH group. Number 3 is what? No single carbon atom contains 2 carboxyl group, that is the 2COOH group. And number 4, it contains 1 alcoholic OH group. Now, from these considerations, we cannot be confirmed what is the exact structure of the citric acid. The citric acid structure may be within these two. One will be the structure of the citric acid. Maybe 1, maybe 2. Till now, we not confirm whether 1 is the final structure of the citric acid or 2. But due to that reason, here we will describe one synthesis of the citric acid from the glycerol. When we synthesize citric acid from the glycerol, it has been shown the structure of the two. That means the second structure, it is correct, not this one. From the synthesis of the glycerol, see here, in the first reaction, glycerol is converted to the 1,3-dichloroglycerol by the heating with the hydrochloric acid. And when we heated it again, oxidized with the dilute nitric acid, then it is converted to the 1,3-dichloroacetone. And in the next reaction, if it is reacts with the hydrocyanic acid, then it is converted to the dichloroacetone cyanohydrate. And if we treated it potassium cyanide with ethanol, and the product is finally heated hydrolysis, then it is converted to the citric acid. And from this reaction, it has found the second structure is the correct structure of the citric acid, not the first structure. Okay, so this structure is the wrong and this is the correct structure. Okay, if the question will come, describe the structure of the citric acid, then you will write from the here to here. Okay. Next one, the use of the citric acid. See, in last day I have discussed with you about the tartaric acid. So almost same use of the tartaric acid. It is also used as the acidulant in the carbonated beverage and as well as the jam and jelly, and it is also used in the effervescent tablets. And basically, hopefully you have studied in your first semester that magnesium citrate is used as a laxative. Okay, as a laxative magnesium citrate is used. That's it about the citric acid, and those who are interested, they can take the screenshot of this note You can take the screenshot of this note. Thank you. Thank you. If you feel any doubt, you can contact with me on my WhatsApp number 9804915527 or email me at karankumardas103@gmail.com. Take care everybody and concentrate on your study. Be sincere. Good day.